Hey guys, welcome back to a new episode of The Brad Show. So, we have the whole cast this week, lots of great new segments, and summer's just around the corner for all of us that are in college. Can't wait. Then we can actually produce a lot of cool, new, interesting segments to you without being burdened by schoolwork. Ugh. But Steve's not here this week. He got the week off as part of our rotating schedule. But Ramzi's back, so he's filling in for him. Next week is Retro 90s week. And we're having a team meeting this weekend, so a lot of good things will come from it. And we're hoping to propose some kind of Kickstarter for the show so we can get the show up and running in bigger markets. Trying to figure out different things. So we'll let you guys know. I wanted to thank the cast of VSSC that I'd worked with for so long back at my college. All the great times that we had, all the friendships I've built. I want to thank them personally and give them a shout out while I'm doing that. My first ever real hosting experience. So I can't wait to see what they do individually in their lives, and it only gets better from here and bigger and better. So I can't wait. Let's get started. Brad Show opening. Let's roll it. The first segment of our show is a do-it-yourself with Ashley, and this week, well, she's moved on to healthy treats. Let's see if this still stays the case for the episodes to come. She knows she's going to mix it up a little bit, so let's see. Do-it-yourself with Ashley is next.
Hi guys, so today I did a beauty DIY. This is creating your own lipsticks out of crayons at home. And I think they came out pretty good. The packaging isn't exactly what I was looking for. I was either going to put it in like an actual lipstick tube or finding like little cute clear acrylic containers. So anyways, the colors came out really good. I made a pink and I made a black. This lipstick is non-toxic. All crayons are non-toxic. So if you accidentally like lick your lips, or if you get some of the lipstick on your teeth and you like wipe it off or whatever, it's not going to harm you in any way. If you want it to be a little bit more pigmented and as less creamy, just use less of the coconut oil and it'll be like a lot more pigmented and it'll probably last a lot longer on your lips. For this DIY, you will need a multicolored pack of crayons, coconut oil, 2 bowls to put your mixtures in, 2 spoons, and any sort of compact that you would like to put your new lipstick in. These are actually just little pill containers. I really wanted to find little acrylic circular containers, but I couldn't find them at the store I went to. Also, I am going to be creating a black lipstick and a bright pink lipstick. I never had a black lipstick before, so I figured I would make one myself. I'm not too sure how that would look good on, but I saw pictures of people, girls rather, wearing black lipstick, and it actually looks good, so I'm going to try it out today. So here I have a saucepan. It is boiling with some hot water on a low setting. I am just going to be placing my 2 bowls in the water. I am also going to be taking about a teaspoon of coconut oil. So I just broke these in half, and now I'm going to be taking off the wrapper. You just want to place the crayon in the bowl and stir. So I just took these bowls out of the saucepan, and now I'm just going to wear a glove just because it's just a little bit hot and I'm going to be holding it for a while. You just want to be so careful to pour your lipstick in its container.
Now we're moving on to our Matt facts for the week, and you know Matt, he's always got the facts you need to get you through your days ahead. So let's see what Matt conjured up this week. Yes, I'm pulling the word out of the dictionary, conjure. Normally you hear it during Halloween with witches and potions. And yeah, never mind, that's too much information. Matt, just give us the facts.
Thanks, Brad. Holy crap. Guess what, guys? It's time for Matt's Facts. Let's get to it! Okay, sorry about that. First off, the distance from your wrist to your elbow is the same length as your foot. I tried it. It worked out for me. So let us know, in the comments, how it works for you. If it doesn't, if it does, cool either way. But I thought it was a sweet fact that I've never heard of. Next one goes out to all you college students. It's almost finals time. We understand. You can't sleep. I understand that too. So, my next fact, if you pull an all-nighter, your body is going to burn about 160 calories, give or take. So, you can do that. Don't tell your professors that I personally told you, because I've already given you some bad advice before with chocolate and other stuff, but that's in the past. Okay. Last fact. Takes 4 seconds for a silence to become awkward. That was pretty awkward, I'll be honest. Alright, on a side note, have a good week. Thanks for watching, guys.
I would normally say we want to know that rant that Steve's talking about, but it's not because Steve said so right now. Steve's got the week off. It's Ramzi. Ramblin' Ramzi with his nerd news is next. Let's see what Ramzi has for us. And there's a lot of nerd news going on, I can assure you, with all these comic book inspired TV shows that are going to be popping up in the fall schedule. But he's going to break that down for you. I'm not going to sit here and talk about it. Take it away, Ramzi.
Recording. Alright, guys, so it's another week of, it's been 2-3 weeks since we got some nerd stuff. There's a whole lot of stuff's been going down. I mentioned the series Chew before, where it's some guy bites into stuff and he can tell the history of what happened to how whatever he just ate died, or its life or history or what have you. That's going to become a animated movie. And rumor, I don't know if it's confirmed or not, Felicia Day of Supernatural and The Guild and Geek and Sundry, she's going to be casted in that, as well as good old Glenn from The Walking Dead. Stephen Ewan is supposed to be, I think, the main character for that one, along with some other new stuff that's been going on. Iron Fist and Daredevil Netflix originals have been slotted to actually happen and tie in with the rest of the whole movie thing. So you got all the Marvel movies, then you have S.H.I.E.L.D. and that other S.H.I.E.L.D. spinoff, Agent Carter, I think. That's happening on regular TV, that's on ABC. And then you have Netflix originals with Iron Fist and Daredevil, and Luke Cage is probably going to be in there somewhere because him and Iron Fist are BFFs. So expect to see a lot of street justice. What else has been going on? Brad, at this point, spoiler alert. So if you want to throw in a spoiler frame, Spider-Man 2, saw it, came out, amazing. It's 2.5 hours long, but the movie really didn't seem that long. It flowed well. You had Rhino, who is Paul Giamatti, which is just a hilarious pick. Then they had the creepy Green Goblin. I don't know why they decided to go the genetic disease route instead of just him going nuts and wanting to go on a murder spree. But at the end of the credits, they're showing pictures. It was also in the movie of all the other little gizmos and gadgets for the rest of the movie that's going to come out next. It's probably going to be Sinister Six. So you already got Rhino. then you're going to have, you saw Vulture's wings, you saw the octopus arms, and you obviously have the Green Goblin. So it's kind of still up in the air, but it seems like it's going to be Kraven and Mysterio are going to be rounding that out, which I don't know why they would just not involve the Chameleon and Scorpion and the Shocker. But who knows? Because they also introduced a couple other characters from the comics. What's his name from The Office and Inglourious Bastards? BJ something. Novak? BJ Novak? Is that his name? Anyway, he's Smythe. So if you guys don't know who that is, he creates the Spider Slayers, and that's a whole another shenanigans, which they might bring Kingpin in for that one. And there's been rumors that they're going to try and bring in Venom. Speaking of Spider-Man, Free Comic Book Day was on the 3rd. This came out, and it was dope. The whole Superior Spider-Man thing's over. Again, spoiler alert, if you haven't been reading, this is a good time to jump back into the story. Doc Ock, out of his head, gone forever. They killed another person off in the Spider-Man universe with this one. So he has to catch up of not being in his own head for a year. And he's done a lot. And that's going to be hilarious. Second thing I picked up was this, Little Rocket Raccoon. They dropped this off. Everybody was getting them for free. I don't know how many, if they're going to keep up with that story or not, but it's basically introducing the character so people can get a sense of that whole part of the Marvel Universe for when they drop Guardians of the Galaxy, which is still, it just needs to happen sooner. I want it to happen. While we're talking about movies, Star Wars, we talked about that a couple times. Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford are going to be coming back for sure. So you got basically most of the original cast from the first 3 movies are coming back. Backtrack. At the end of Spider-Man 2, like every movie from now on, they're going to have something coming out at the end of the movie. Looks like they're going to be really doing these standalone movies for X-Men. Mystique is getting her own movie. Or at least that's what it looks like. Not sure if that was a preview for Days of Future Past or if that's her own movie, but if that's happening, for the love of everything, I really want them to make another Deadpool movie and have it focus on him, or Gambit for that reason. I mean, who do you think should do it? As far as video games go, see, Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire are getting the remakes in November. About time, right? Whole and confirmed. Borderlands pre-sequel has given some trailers from Telltale on some screenshots and seeing how that's going to go out. I don't know how that's going to play. I haven't played like those Walking Dead games, so who knows how that's going to go. Anybody who likes the Mega Man franchise, if you have a DS or a Wii U, you can get on their eShop place. I think Mega Man 2 through 4 is going to be on sale for $4.99 a game. So I'm actually probably going to go and buy those as soon as I'm done recording this, because why not? $5 games, you could be entertained for a couple hours. Can't be mad about that. Another video game. House of Cards and COD. What do those things have in common? Kevin Spacey wants to take over the world. If you haven't seen the trailer for that, Google it, YouTube it, do whatever you need to do, and then go watch House of Cards and see how crazy close those two characters are. Last bit of giant news that I've had, that I've been reading, is they're actually going to be doing a Justice League of America thing. I want to see how that's going to pan out with the new Batman. I mean, this new Superman, meh. Kind of already broke the Superman rule of he doesn't kill people already. If you haven't seen Man of Steel, sorry for ruining that for you. He breaks his neck. Superman doesn't kill people. But whatever. They're trying to be dark and gritty. Meh. I really hope Ben Affleck does good, because they're supposed to introduce Wonder Woman and Cyborg and Aquaman, and I totally missed my finger when I was counting this out. So they're all supposed to be making appearances in the Batman Superman movie that's coming out next year. And then the JLA is supposed to come out the year after that. So if they're supposed to do it the way they should do it, I want to know how they're going to work in the Green Arrow from the TV series. I want to know how they're going to use Flash, because he's been introduced through Arrow on the TV. And then, are they going to let Ryan Reynolds get another go at doing the Green Lantern? So, as always, leave all your comments and questions below. Brad will let me know what's going on, and maybe I'll be able to answer them in the next video. So, back to you, Bradsky.
5-star movie reviews are a big thing, and Alex is going to movies at all times. Let's take it away, Alex.
Hey guys, this is Alex from Alex's 5-Star Reviews, and this week we're going to be doing The Amazing Spider-Man 2. So the plot of the movie takes place a couple months after the first Spider-Man. After high school graduation, Peter and Gwen tries to see where their footing stands on the relationship, with Peter being haunted by Gwen's dad because he promised not to date Gwen after his death because he thought it would bring his enemies' attention to Gwen. In the meantime, we see Harry Osborn return to town, Peter's best friend, while his dad Norman is dying of an unknown disease and takes the helm of Oscorp. At the same time, we also see a new villain arise called Electro. Peter has to battle these villains and at the same time see where his relationship status lies with Gwen. So getting into the critical part of this review, I really like the acting between Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone. I really think they have good chemistry together as the Gwen Stacy, Peter Parker couple. And you really get to feel how the relationship status is. It conveys like a sort of I love you on and off relationship. They don't know where they stand at this moment, where they were strong before the graduation, but now they're at like a precipice where they don't know if they want to continue on with each other or if they want to go their separate ways, since Gwen got accepted to a scholarship to go to London, where if she goes, she would leave Peter. On the thoughts of the villains, I think Jamie Foxx makes a pretty badass Electro. Say what you want about Jamie Foxx and his acting, but I really think he was a good choice for this villain. And Dane DeHaan, the actor who plays Green Goblin, very fitting, considering, I don't know if any of you have seen the movie Chronicle, but he really brings those mad or crazy roles to life. And with this, it's no exception. The Green Goblin is a very good role for him. Now, the one issue I did have about the movie was, it is good, I will say that, but the fact that after Gwen, I won't reveal what happens to Gwen because you didn't see it, but there's a part in where Peter's supposed to beat the living hell out of the Green Goblin, but that never happens. And I feel like that was a major plot hole with the comic, because it says in the comic that after something happens to Gwen, Spider-Man beats the Goblin within an inch of his life, but he can't bring it to take the life of the Goblin. Now, I know the comic and the movie differ on some areas, but at least keep that main part accurate, because it just, for me, that kind of made a huge plot hole. But other than that, I thought the movie was pretty good. What I'm going to rate this movie based off comic accuracy, not comic accuracy, but like as far as the acting job done for this, I'm going to do this about 4.5 out of 5 stars. The acting was good, the romance was good, the villains were good, the computer generation was very impressive, and I think it really brings the new reboot of the universe of Spider-Man to life, and it can go toe-to-toe with Avengers and Thor and Spider-Man, and Iron Man. Well, that's my review. Back to you guys.
And the other Al, what we call Al, Al's Advice is coming up next, and this guy had a hectic week. Let's see how it turned out. Al's Advice will kick us to the end of the show. Check it out.
Hey bros, how you doing? I'm sorry about that. I'm kind of panicking right now. Or at least I would be panicking after last night, but last night events happened that would really cause the panic to not be negotiable, which means I'm not panicking. Mostly. But, excitement. Excitement for you bros. Because spring is in the air, and that means you're breathing in trees having sex. Seriously, look up what pollen is. You're breathing it in! All the time! That's just wrong. Wrong in so many ways. Wrong like the scruff on my face. Look at it. It's like all fuzzy and scruffy and crap. Anyway. This week's advice. Finals and stress. Stress related to finals. Stress relating to the finals that are the last step that you're going to take in the college semester or high school or whatever instead they're called finals. Stress. Finals cause stress. Stress does not cause finals, but finals do cause stress because finals create stress because of the stress you need to do to make your finals work. That didn't make any sense. I don't care. So, here's a fun one. Finals and stress. Here's what you need to do. One, first off, definitely what you want to do is you want to breathe. Take a breath. Take a breath and look at what you have to do. For example, me, in less than 40, actually no, in like a week, I had a monthly expense report. I had a budget. I had an academic plan. Academic plan like what you're going to do later on in the year, like you're planning for your academics, but it's an academic plan, so you're planning. Plan. What else did we have? A resume, 2 papers, an exam, which actually, thank God, turned out to be next week, not this week. It's a 2-parter. And a video, which I had help on, luckily, that I managed to get done in time. So, as you can imagine, I was which is not good when you're trying to actually study on finals. So what you need to do is you need to take that and you need to go chill, calm down. But what you can do, get help from your friends. If you can, like for example, if you have someone that's good at putting stuff together, or if you want someone to help pick music or help tweak timing on something, send it off to a friend for review. Another thing, do it in pieces. Or if you're like me and you have enough free time in a day, do one chunk of it at a time. I got my resume, budget, expense report, and paper, actually 2 papers, done in about a day. One paper I did in like an hour, but it was awesome because I'm like that. Another thing, if things are getting too stressed for you, take a breather. I know that sounds like an impossible task, but try to take a step back. Just go read a book or something. Go distance yourself from whatever it is you're trying to work on, because you being more stressed will not work. It's like if someone had a burrito and they put the burrito in a glass of milk. I'm not going to do that because I'm eating this, but it doesn't work. You might think it works, and it's like, ooh, milk and burrito, I can make a smoothie. No, it doesn't work. It does not work. So, take a breath. Think about what you need to do and do it in bits and pieces. That's the best way to do it. Luckily for me, I had most of the stuff done from previous assignments, so I can reuse it. If there's some sort of problem, or if there's some sort of thing that you didn't anticipate, for example, my academic plan was from last year, but considering that I had been following it, and I didn't know what I was going to do yet afterwards, I checked with my teacher to see if I could use that one. She said it was okay. Don't be afraid to email your teachers if you're asking for help for a final, because that's kind of what they're there for, to help you. Because believe it or not, they want you to pass. It doesn't seem like that sometimes, but they do. Anyway, that's about all I have for this week. Hopefully you bros can actually chill out during finals week and then go have a drink when you're done. Or go whatever it is you people do when you're done. This has been Al's advice, and hopefully I see you next week. Bye!
All the time that we have for in today's episode. See you next week for Retro 90s Week, and we want your feedback. We have a big couple of episodes coming up as time goes on. The season will be closing out somewhere in the end of June, so we still have some time, but we'll be working on a new season soon, so you guys stay tuned. We've got a lot more episodes to come. I'm Brad Stefani. Follow us on Twitter at _Brad_show. Like us on Facebook by searching the Brad Show. And subscribe to the channel. Get your friends to subscribe to the channel. Get your friends to watch the video. Spread it. Just make it viral. Take care, guys.